Good day, you're very welcome back to the channel. Here we are in County Down. I'm not going to disclose exactly where we are, but there's this beautiful old building that is perhaps about 100 years old, built around the turn of the 20th century. Very, very small, but very much in ruins and is derelict. So just around us, you've got what would have been the beautiful gardens, those oak or sycamore trees. And just as we walk up to this old derelict house, we'll be able to take a look at it and see how people in previous generations lived. I know I've done a few old abandoned building videos before, so come on with me as we take a look at this one. It must have been some kind of old bungalow. I'm not sure if the building has been cut in two. I suspect it has, or it's been an extension or on an older building. What we can see is the older building would have been this one here, which would have been knocked down at some point. And then this is the new brickwork on the extension. So as we enter it, you can see that this has been the extension here. And as we go in, you'll be able to see two large rooms, well, somewhat large. That would be the living room. Still a pretty good view here. So as we go in here, you can see, I think there would have been an attic upstairs. It's almost caved in. This would have been the grand fireplace. I know I've done some videos in the past that would have been around the famine time in Ireland, or even 300 years ago, but this one here seems to just be around 100 years old. Fireplace, of course, would have heated the house. Still pretty good, Nick. Let me see if I can show you up there. If you can see that. Very interesting. There's the grand viewpoint. It's beautiful farmland here. I'm sure there would have been a small attic for storage there. And just as we go around here, I presume this is the living room. That was the living room, and this is now is the bedroom. There you go. Would have been the bedroom. Look at the chimney work. It must be about 80 years old or so. Roof's still in pretty good nick. Interesting. Must have had a chair here for some reason. And then obviously as we go out, you'll be able to see the old part of the house that's since fallen down. So must have been a reasonable building back in its day, judging by the age of the trees. Just go over here. This would have been perhaps the barn for the animals, or maybe garage or storage. Must have been an old vehicle there. Another plastic chair. Yeah, this was definitely some kind of storage, or definitely the older part of the house. Lovely view of the Belfast Mountains there. And again, looking back into our living room. Lovely spot here. Very agricultural. Just give you one last look at this derelict house here. You can see is it ivy taking over the old part of the house. There's the moon straight ahead in front of us. Beautiful summers or beautiful mid-spring evening. So this is the old derelict house here. Perhaps the first part was 100 years old, the last part was an extension, perhaps 75 years old. That's what happens. Nature takes it back if it's left derelict for long enough, and no doubt the roof will cave in. It's surprising it's even lasted over the recent storms. So over and out here from this derelict house in County Down.